Hello and welcome to Make Room. In this video of game making, I'll be showing you how to use text and the two different types. This is something I talked about in one of the streams we had in the past, but I just want to show you again, just so you have a quick thing to look back to, instead of having to rewatch the entire live stream. So, the two main text types are, if you go here to Canvas UI, there's Text and Text Mesh Pro. Text is just your basic default text, whereas the Text Mesh Pro, I personally find to be a lot nicer to look at, and you have more options to work with. So I personally prefer it over the regular UI. One thing to note though is when you add a new Text Mesh Pro, it's going to ask you to import the Essential Basics pack that comes with it. Well, that's needed for you to use it. Just go ahead and import them. It'll only take like 5 seconds. So I'll show you why I personally prefer Text Mesh Pro now. But if you look at Text Mesh Pro, you'll see all these options here, including these down here. These are way more options than the regular text has. So you see the text component here. It's way smaller. Like, this is a lot more to work with than just this. With the regular text, you can do things like you can change the font style, whether you want it to be bold, italic, or whatever, the size, paragraph spacing, if you want it to be centered in the middle, centered based on the box, etc. Like, these are all pretty basic things, but with Text Mesh Pro, not only can you do all that, you can do various other things, such as, like, you could underline the text, besides just making it italic, strike through. These aren't that helpful, but it's just more to add to it. The main thing I care about though is this down here. You'll see that this face, outline, underlay. These are just things that just make the text look a lot nicer. So you see that increasing the thickness of the outline makes obviously it adds an outline to it, makes it darker. That's way too big, obviously. So you could also play with these variables here. You could dilate it to increase how much white comes out and how much of the border comes out. You can play with this however you want, but like, here's just a basic text I just made within 5 seconds with Text Mesh Pro, and here's your regular text. We'll make it bigger so you can see it better. And you also have to make sure the box is big enough for the text to fit. So, like, the difference is night and day. Like, the Text Mesh Pro looks a lot nicer. The lines are crisper, whereas this is blurry. I personally prefer Text Mesh Pro. But, moving on to how to actually incorporate this into something, we'll go to the code. So, in order to use Text Mesh, well, just regular text, you have to make sure you have Unity Engine.ui imported. And in order to use Text Mesh Pro, you have to type in using TM Pro. And once you do this, you'll be able to use the various things that come with Text Mesh Pro. So once we have that, we can make our two variables here. So this will be our regular text. If you just write text, that's our regular text. And public, the Text Mesh Pro is called Text Mesh Pro UGUI. And this will be our Text Mesh Pro text. Okay, so once we have these imported here, we can add them to wherever we have that script. So I have it on the player right now. So we'll go back here, hit save, and then it'll pop up here. Okay, so once we have that there, we just drag and drop the text into their appropriate spots. So once they're there, we can change them. So just for purposes of just showing you how to do it, we'll do regular text is, you do regular text dot text. So we're calling the text component right here. And then when you do dot text, you're actually changing what this text consists of. So regular text dot text is equal to, and we'll just set it equal to current health because I already have this functioning. Oh, and we'll just write health here, and there you go. Ooh, there we go. Okay, third time's the charm. So, what I'm doing here, I'll zoom in. We're doing regular text.text so that we could change the text itself. Then we're just going to write health. Now put a colon here. So, this is just going to be a hard, like whatever is written here is what's going to get displayed. And then we have the plus. This is called concatenation. We're basically just going to add whatever value this variable has to our string here. So it's going to say health colon whatever our health is. So if we go back here and hit play, right now the health should be 10 when it's at max, which it is here. And if I hit J, actually no, K, you'll see my health go down. So the functionality of the health going down is sort of irrelevant because obviously your projects are going to be different. But I just have the health going down every time I hit K, just by 1. And by having this here, we're able to update the text. And it works the same way with Text Mesh Pro. So you could do Text Mesh Pro, text, and then you also do dot text is equal to health plus current health. And if I hit play, it'll work exactly the same way as the other text did. So you'll see the health there, I hit K and the health goes down. So one thing I want to show you is if you type in Text Mesh Pro Rich Text into Google and you just click on the first link, you'll see all this documentation of various things you could do with the text. So I'll leave you to look on this on your own, but I'll show you how to do just a few of them, just as an example, and the basic understanding of how to do them. So, let's say you have a text here, and you only want one word to be italic. If you click on this, it's going to make the entire thing italic, which isn't what you want. Let's say you just want text to be italic. You can't do that. So one thing you could do is you could do bracket I, and then over here you do bracket / I, and you close it, and based on that, this is now italic, just that one word. So if you look back here at this documentation, you'll see bold and italic. It demonstrates how to do that right here. So again, you could also make it bolded by using B. There's a bunch of different things you could do. You just have to follow the commands how they have it. I'll just show you one more, which is color. And what you just do is you just type in color equals, and you type in a color. You could also do a hex value, which if you just Google color picker, oop, not Colorado, color picker, you can just choose a random color and it'll give you a hex value. So just copy and paste this. So we'll get rid of the italic. Ooh, text. And you do the same thing we did with the last one, but instead of typing I, we're going to do color is equal, and then you put that hex number there and you close it off, and you do that at the end. So now you see only this is change color, and then the new is perfectly fine. So I'm showing you how to do it up here, but I also want you to know that you can also do it through the code here. So when you go and change the text itself, you can just change it right here. So let's say we want to change the color to red. We'll just do that there, and then close it off here. And then the health will be red, and current health will be white. So we hit play, and you'll see the health is red. Well, the word health is red, and then our actual health is white. As I said, check back on that documentation. There's a lot of fun things you could do with it. Personally, a lot of people I know don't know about it. I think it's very helpful. It looks really nice, and that's just something I want to show you. So, this is how you display text to the screen. You just do whatever you call the text up here. Dot text is equal to, and then you write a string, and then you could add variables to it. You have to make sure you concatenate it using the plus symbol, and you can refer back to the documentation I showed you to do different things with the text through the code itself. But that's all I have for you today. I thought it'd be a fun thing to show you, and I hope you learned something new today. Bye bye.